When it comes to healing, whether it's toxic relationships, childhood wounds, past failures, emotional intelligence is a game changer. The problem is it's often overlooked, and it kind of keeps people in that pain or victim mentality. So, from my perspective, I want to try to one explain what emotional intelligence is, how it affects your healing journey, your spiritual journey, whichever you want to call it, and some ways to kind of help build it for future reference. So, the gist of emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions, being able to respond with your emotions in a healthy way, and pretty much responding instead of reacting. That's the gist of it, really. So according to psychologists, emotional intelligence is broken down into about 5 different steps: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Social awareness is pretty much how you feel about a certain situation and why you feel that particular way. Pretty much ripping the band-aid off. That's the best way that I can kind of put it. Because at the end of the day, healing starts when you can recognize your triggers and your patterns. At the end of the day, healing is not linear. You're going to have some bad days, you're going to have some good days. And understanding your emotions and staying grounded will help you to understand your motivations and to keep you going when things start getting rough in life. Because, it's always going to happen. Self-regulation is probably one of the harder ones for people to kind of come to terms with. It's pretty much your fight, flight, or flee stage. Emotional intelligence will help you to react in a healthier way instead of letting your emotions completely take over the situation. 'Cause 9 times out of 10, that doesn't usually end up right. So you want to figure out how you already respond in stressful situations and either build boundaries around that particular situation, or just different ways, different options that you can kind of choose from to react to them if you come across that particular situation again. Empathy isn't just understanding other people. It's more for understanding yourself and giving yourself self-compassion for decisions and choices that you might have made in the past that you might not agree with now. And just understanding that with the information that you had at that moment in time, you did the best that you could. That form of self-compassion is crucial, I think, anyway, because at the end of the day, we're mirrors to each other. And when we have that self-compassion for ourselves, it's a lot easier for us to find that compassion in other people, in other situations. It all starts with us. It all starts with you. Learning how to communicate and listen to others effectively building healthy relationships, building boundaries or healthy boundaries anyway. They're all really important when it comes to building emotional intelligence. And unfortunately, a lot of us weren't really taught the correct way to communicate and to listen to others. But it is a skill that can be taught and built. And building that skill, it will take you out of your comfort zone, especially if you're more of an introverted person. So excuse the background, started drizzling a little outside, so I had to change it into the front porch. But anyway, if you don't understand how your emotions affect you and how you respond in, emotional situations, you're going to continue going through the same cycles and patterns over and over and over and over again. And we all know that that's pretty much the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Like, that means nothing else I can really say to that. But you have to understand yourself. That's pretty much the gist of it. And the only way that you're going to understand yourself is to dig deep. So I know throughout the video I gave a few tips here and there as I was going through the 5 different steps of emotional or stages or whatever of emotional intelligence, but I kind of want to, just give out a few more that I can think of to kind of help you through the journey. Journaling is one big one. Pretty much being able to write down what you feel and why you feel that particular way about something. Especially if you're one of those type of people who don't really like to speak to other people or get everybody in your business or anything like that. Journaling is a good way to kind of dig deep. And if you're interested, I do have a freebie down in the description. It's a pretty much different journal prompts for shadow work, kind of asking those particular questions to kind of dig deep. Affirmations or using affirmations is another good way. You can start small, but yeah, just any kind of affirmations that kind of like really stick to you or stick with you or whatnot. Those can kind of help build up your self-compassion. And yeah, just give yourself some grace, when you're doing this, because especially if you already have like a lot of negative self-talk, sometimes it can be a little hard trying to switch it over to positive talk. So like I said, start small. Every day is not going to be perfect, and you're not going to sit there and feel amazing after one day. You feel good, don't get me wrong, but especially if you actually get an affirmation that really, really resonates with you. Yeah, say it every morning when you wake up or right before you go to sleep, or you can do it multiple times a day, whichever really works for you. Everybody's different, so whichever way works best for you. But affirmations do work over time. Kind of think of it like, how would you talk to like your best friend or one of your favorite family members, like if they were going through something or a similar situation that you're going through right now or have previously went through or whatnot. Like, how would you talk to them? How would you give them advice? And then turn that around for yourself. Another way is you can do emotional check-ins throughout the day. So if you get like a weird feeling about something, or it doesn't have to be bad, feeling or anything like that. Just any kind of random feeling that, you just happen to pay attention to at that particular moment. Just see, how am I feeling right now? Like, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? You know what I mean? Just, you don't have to like write it down or anything. It's just a mental kind of check-in. And what that does is over time, your brain will start to pay attention to specific reactions or bring to your attention whenever you get certain reactions in certain situations. I mean, at the end of the day, our brain wants to do something, and it wants to work. And if you're not giving it things to do or things to work on, it's going to find whatever it can to do something, to stay busy. Yeah, give it something to do. Delegate tasks. That's one of the things you can do. Delegate what thoughts that you actually want to have going in your head. And again, like I said with the last tip I gave, give yourself grace, give yourself time. This is not going to be an overnight type of thing or whatnot, but over time, as you make a routine with changing your thought processes or just checking in with how you're feeling about a certain situation or a certain person or a certain environment or whatever, yeah, your brain will just start to pay attention to it a lot more. So, and setting boundaries is another big one. And when I say setting boundaries, I'm not necessarily meaning pushing somebody away. It's more about protecting your energy in a healthy way and not feeling guilty. So you want to figure out what your values are. What are your morals in life, with yourself, with people? Just, what are your values? What do you stand for? And how are you going to express that in certain situations or with certain people or whatever? And once you kind of have that in your head, it'll be easier when you're actually in the situation to enforce them. And it's going to take time, obviously. You might feel a little weird at first or whatnot, or feel a little bad at first, but over time it will help you to get over, that guilty feeling, that shameful feeling, or whatever you call it. At the end of the day, emotional intelligence is not just about healing. It's a big part of healing, but for me personally, I think it's more of just being able to fully take control over your life. At least the parts that you can, because you can't control everything, and you're not supposed to be able to control everything. Like, that would take the whole fun out of life. But when you master your emotions, then you're able to build healthy relationships. You're able to stop repeating painful cycles. And I mean, most importantly, you're really just able to kind of show up for yourself, like kind of put out into the world the avatar that you actually want to be, that you actually are deep down. That's pretty much all I really want to talk about. I hope that, you got some ideas or some good info from the video. And if you have any other ideas or perspectives that you want to add, by all means, comment section is open for business. Let's see what else I want to say. Oh, do not forget about my little shadow work freebie that I have, some little journal prompts that you can use to kind of dig deep a little bit. I got it, should be down in the description. But please like and subscribe and share this video if you can. If you know anybody who might need to hear this, or kind of going through some things or whatever. Yeah, because it helps me out, and it kind of helps people who need to get this information, who don't have this information, get it. So yeah, help a sister out. But I'll be coming out with another video hopefully this week. I'm trying to get more consistent with my video making, so try to at least twice a week or whatever. One video me talking and another just a visual kind of video. This wind is crazy right now. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And enjoy your day or evening, whichever time you guys are watching this.